feel dry for some reason. My hands feel dry. I hate that. Peace and power, peace and power. Salute, salute, salute. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. Salute to the people that struggle on this rainy Saturday up here. I heard it's decent down south. But what it do? As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you are in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you are in a space of educating and being educated. You're in a space of intelligence. Yes, you're in a space where we question, answer, we comment, we have concerns, we have conversations, we build, we destroy, we analyze, we seek a truth, a specific truth, not mine, not yours, not theirs, not his, not hers, but a specific truth as we build a united nation on a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please put all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please put all funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Fund this war effort. Damn it, I need $1 umbrella or something. Yeah, fund the war effort. We got people outside still looking for housing. Fund the war effort. Y'all in the house, there's nothing else for you to do. Y'all don't watch the NCAA tournament. Y'all ain't into that type of thing there. You're here. Fund the war effort. Let's get busy. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you have a response that you're going to suffer severe consequences for. No, don't wait. Book an assessment now. If you are already up here, book your sessions. Get your sessions in. Yeah, get your sessions in. Some of y'all need it. And don't think I don't peep you. I peeps everybody. Yeah, I peep the one. And it's funny because my people who are struggling the most financially are the most giving. Those who I know is doing their thing. Ooh, y'all try to get the free lessons. The free classes. Yeah, we know y'all. Classroom assistants, don't we know who they are? Yes, we do. If you or anyone you know is believing that they are in a domestic violence situation, an intimate relationship, abusive condition, please book an assessment. Find out what you need to be alerted to, the behaviors, what you need to watch, what should be alarming. Okay? What should be alarming. Remember, the life you save may be your own. Trust and believe in that. We cannot play. Things are very, very serious now. We are in a very, very bad mental space, right? The conditions that we have been living under for the past, half of a millennium is just not healthy and conducive to people who should be striving for more. Okay? So please book an assessment. All right? It's always must be hands off women and children. Okay? And we get into all that. We're going to get into everything on this Saturday. What's going on with y'all? First order business is who we got to tag. Let's tag Candace Owens. Let's tag her. Got to speak on her. Got to speak on. Let's tag Amanda Seals. Yeah. Yeah. And Miss Tamika Mallory. Yeah. I still have yet to give a full class on her and her BS. I always tap a little bit here and there. We're going to get into a little bit of tapping on that ass today. Yeah. Birds of a feather. Chicken head feathers. Flock together. We're going to get into it. So tag them. Yeah, tag them. Tag Moscow. Tag Pootie Poo. Tag El Paso. And the migrants. Yes. Tag them. We have to, yeah, we got to get up into that, man. We have a lot to cover. Yes. Yes. But tag black men. Young black men. Because the first order of business today is an update on the terrible, terrible, tragic loss of life of one of our beautiful, beautiful young women. Yeah. Tag young men. Because y'all need to hear this. You understand? Some of you old cats too. It's always a hands-off policy when it comes to women. And women, it should be a hands-off policy when it comes to men. Okay? We need to keep our hands off of each other if it's not in a loving manner. If we spreading love, shit, put your hand where you need to put it. But listen to what I'm saying. There has to be some correcting going on, so tag them. Yeah, tag them, okay? But first and always, y'all ain't been tagging your classmates. I could see it already. Same ones who tight with their little war effort funds, the same ones who tight when it comes to sharing. These classes, these vids, whatever y'all breaking down, all that. That's how come your classmates be failing and getting the 55s, because y'all not holding them down and letting them know we in the spot. So we in the spot. Rick Gatlin, you up in here. Early, Zone 864 TV is up in here. Mark Lewis, Rugi Hauser. Fourth in class, you on your grind? Okay, Rugi, I see you. You need to lay off of the pornography a little bit there, Rugi. You acting like a 13-year-old little white boy who's awkward. Cut it out. We appreciate some, but you go in on your Facebook, Rugi. We see you. Yeah. You look like you have you a lot of me time. Yeah. A Wood, you get a 55, A Wood. Where you been? Yeah. A Wood. Yeah, we gotcha, A Wood. Yeah, you missed the class or two. Yeah, you did. Nana Smiles, what up? C Blaze, what's going on, C Blaze? Yeah, Merk Low. Yeah, George Johnson, what up? Eric Charles, we see you. Jeff Spark, what's good? What's going on? Mr. Mac, 123. FMP LLC. Black Leaf, you up in here. Quinn Curry. Quinn Curry, yeah. You up in here. Yeah. You got the DMU specifically. Abdullah Gray. Top of the day, I keep from the Shah. Ramadan Karim for you, Abdullah Gray. In the Shah, what's going on? Construction Site Media TV. Yeah, you up in here. Mac J, St. Louis. 55, Mac J. We got you. Yeah, Mac J, we got you. Cookie. Yeah, we see you up in here, Cookie. All right, Bernadette. What up, Bernadette? Yeah, GP, what up? Yeah, Mark Lewis. Hey, Ghoster. Yeah. Metal Face. 55. 55. Got you. Mark Hans. Nah. Gonna give you a break, Mark Hans. Yeah. Blue? Who the hell is Blue? Well, welcome to class, Blue. Yeah. Konnichiwa to you too and all that. Maxwell Trucking. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Charles Wilson. Yeah, we see you, Jonathan Kidd. 55, Jonathan Kidd. 55. D. Haven. Salute. What's good, D. Haven? What's going on? We see you in the spotty spot. Heart Tunes TV. Yeah, we see you. Mm-hmm. Who else up in? Young Lamb. 55, Lamb. Yeah, we got you. Yeah. Philip Boone, what up? Bushhead, what up? Yeah, y'all up in it. No, 144 is up in here. Gene, okay. Canada's up in here. We see you. Okay, yeah. Y'all got the message. M.M. Hot. What up? Soul, what up? Murder Gang, what up? Okay, y'all up in here. Who? Elusive Views, 55. Yeah. Charles Wilson, yeah, we see Tilly. What? Who the hell is that? Hey, bro, yeah, I see you. Okay. We up in here. Who? Paraguay. Salute, Paraguay. Fund the war effort. We see y'all. Let's play. What's going on? Let's get to it. First of all, damn, 12 minutes, man. Y'all be working me. Yeah. Check this out now. We got to update. We have to do it because a lot of our people are out of town and you can see different countries. So if they go back and they in the replay and they want to know what happens about specific cases, we have to let it be known. Samaya, Spain, on her twin sister, were viciously and unnecessarily attacked. Okay, last weekend, as they made what most of our people do in Brooklyn, make a quick store run right to the neighborhood corner store. Two twins well known in the neighborhood, parents well known. It's just a tragic case, and through 6 degrees of separation, we are all very familiar with the work and the associates that the father keeps around as far as working diligently in the communities and lending voices to correcting some of the ills that we go through, some of the struggles that we're going through as a nation. Well, these two twins made a little run to the store and was approached and accosted, by a young man who I guess he believed was making an attempt to rap to them. They denied his advances. Arguments ensued to the point in which the store owner locked the door, tried to keep everybody safe inside of the store. Several minutes later, believing that this young man was out of the area and clear, he opened the door, and as the customers and the twins exited, he was right there. Another argument ensued again, because I don't know what type of time he was on, but he ended up stabbing and fatally unaliving one of the twins, and severely harming the other. She lost her life, and of course, when something like that happens, fathers, especially, you know, girl dads who fear that happening, you know, disheartened, heartbroken, traumatized, to say the least. And in that space, you know, very heightened. There was a very heightened and aggressive and, of course, enraged community. After about a week, he turns himself in. And, you know, nobody wins on any end of it, whether we are directly affected by it or indirectly affected by it. Because definitely, of course, you know, this young person should never be released at that point. I mean, I don't get it. And I work in it. You understand? Consistently. I seen Shanduke McFadder very, very heartbroken about it, consistently posting, because that is his neighborhood. And he's known the family, you know, decades. So you just, it's very, very, very hard to put into words how hurtful. I mean, everybody who witnessed and within earshot of the story is tough. Trust, it is very difficult. Especially in and with communities where men from the street, put it just like that, were people who were in specific lifestyles and had a specific value system in place when it comes to dealing with our women. And then you become a dad, okay? And when you are a dad, of course things shift. It should shift. And then to be a girl dad, there is almost, and trust and believe, if you disagree, please do so. But when you become a girl dad, you know, that shifts a lot of your beliefs, right? So when you see these stuff like, and it's not just here, trust and believe, I can give a class every day and you can bear witness to it, that everywhere, in almost every major city, in almost every state of this country where we reside, where we live, acts of violence against our women, young women, our age group, women, elders, is just out of control, right? So we as a nation of people are hurting, and we absolutely have to set a standard of behavior for ourselves. We don't need laws. We don't need a constitution. We don't need a scripture. Us, have to have very specific and followed values when it comes to deal. Man, listen, it should be unstated how we deal with our women and children. So that has to be consistent. That's the work. So now he's been, you know, arrested. He subsequently turned himself in. And we'll see what happens. Trust, I know it's not going to be pleasant. I know it's not going to be pleasant for him. No, by no means. By no means. And I don't know about anybody else, but as long as I've been doing the work and as long as I've been on social media, I always share some responsibility in that, because that's just how I measure my growth. Me, if my message isn't getting out, if my message isn't the primary, I hold some type of responsibility in that, because we should be setting a pace through our language and our communication where our young men absolutely have to fold to what we're saying. That's the educational process. You teaching me, I'm teaching you. And together we're getting a new way of manifesting. And we have to make sure that emphatically there's never hands put on a woman. That's just how it is. Listen, and I know many get tired of us saying, well, when we came up, but that's just what it is. All we know is what we know. We don't know any more, any less. But when I came up and we were engaging, in our, young women, and we were trying to, I guess, believe that we were becoming adults and chasing and courting, man, we would go to events, we would go to clubs, we would go to the movies, man, we'd be on the dudes, we'd be in Great Adventure, wherever we are. And there's a bunch of women and there's dudes and young folk. When I tell you, man, we would speak to maybe 20, 30 different girls and get shut down on a regular. Shut down. Some of them wouldn't even talk to you, look at you and turn their head, because, again, they have a certain idea about themselves and a certain perception about who you were. And if you looked a little bit too street, or if you looked like you was in a lifestyle and, hustling or whatever we were doing at those given times, man, only the top upper echelon dudes really got any type of play, because it was a perception of if you were driving or if you had jewels or if you had money or, stuff like that. So we have, man, we went through rejection. We, matter of fact, expected to be rejected on a regular basis until you found somebody who, took a liking or thought you had some gift of gab. We wasn't running around stabbing. You might have got a disrespectful statement or something, or you might have tried to clown on some little cutie, but that was it. It was never, no, you not speaking to me, so now I gotta punch you or stab you. Like where we going at with that? So we have to take a look at what type of messages. And it's not only music, it's not only what we see on TV and movie, but in real life. We are witnessing men being very, very disrespectful and hateful and murderous towards women. So we have to work diligently at getting a different message across. Like, yo, hold up. And it ain't about being soft. It ain't about being oversensitive. It ain't being called a sympathetic, but it's just a basic understanding that we not getting anywhere with allowing ourselves to harm our women. Bad enough. We going through medical apartheid. We worrying about what our women are going through in the doctor's or dentist's office or in the school or at work. That they gonna feel harm from our hands consistently, and it's okay, and other men shrug their shoulders to it until it happens, until it hits home. That shit has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. And I'm telling you that from a space of being a dark brown skinned individual coming up in a time when we wasn't in style at all. Rejected, sneered, smirked at, all type of shit. Like, and I was one of the flyest little dudes out. Dip. DeWan Clark. Thanks for funding the war effort. Okay? Well, I'm telling you, I would go anywhere. We go to Spike's Cookout, go to what the step shows, beach, all that old wherever. I wasn't the fly dude, which made me always resort to my intelligence and kindness and making sure that I was very real. Cause back when I was coming up, your ass had to look like Al B. Shaw. Smokey Robinson, goddamn body. You wasn't, That's why I love Bobby Brown and Jalil and them so much, because they gave me a boost of confidence. Oh, they screamed for Bobby? Okay, I might have a shot. You dig? I had dudes around me that any given time we go somewhere, they leaving with 20 numbers. So where are we getting into, or how do we get into a space where it's okay to attack women because they don't want to speak to you? Even to this day, I'm telling you, I've shared it many a times. I could be in spaces where I'm the only man. Target, a gym, a grocery store, laundromat. Women don't pay me no mind at all. Turn up their nose and all that. If I was that type of individual to be out and about, looking and searching, I'd get rejected all day, every day. It comes with the territory. Some women may not even be paying attention to you like that. They may be having their own shit going on and they just don't want to talk to you. Simple as that. They may have a dummy at home or a stalker. You understand? They husband, and if you say something to them, now it's their fault. And they getting abused. There's many reasons why women don't speak. They don't smile. They don't have to. And they don't have to. And we have to make sure our young men grow up understanding that. That's what we have to do. We have to show them, because they lack the ability to socialize with each other. They do. Everything out of their mouth is dehumanizing, is disrespectful. It is become common communication for them to be hurtful to each other. If you work in the schools, if you've been in certain programs or in the streets with them, you witness it. It's consistent, it's constant, and it has to stop. And us as parents are not stopping it. I work all day, every day to stop it, to change it, to lead by an example. We have to prevent harm that comes to young women and women in general by black men hands, period. I don't care if you're a working dude. I don't care if you're in the street. I could care less. You have been charged with doing a better job at protecting our women, because we're in a world right now where all of us are in constant danger. And this ain't about no Tony Porter man box conditioning bullshit where they starting to lean and say, oh, you can be a better man by accepting that alphabet colored candy type shit. Nah. I'm talking about just in general, as a man, as a melanated man. That has to be the charge. If you're in the street, that has to be the charge. If you are God body, that has to be the charge. If you are NOI, that has to be the charge. I don't care if you're in the Christian or Baptist church. Nigga, if you're a construction worker or a drunk, that has to be the charge. Stop with the bullshit notion that it is okay to lay hands or witness hands being laid on a woman. At that point, it should be up. Straight, no chaser. Up. Up. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That has to stop. Okay? Because now at this point, it's too late. Whatever happens to this young man, it's too late. It doesn't bring Shorty back. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And when we losing our children in the street unnecessarily, we can't make sense of it. I'm telling you, I cannot make sense of it. Where did he learn that? What was he thinking? How high could he have been? You understand? As a father of a teenage daughter, what that appears to be, what that says to me. Again, it says to me that I am failing in my work, that young men still believe in that there's a language in that youth space that says it's okay for them to fight and hurt and kill each other. It's not. It's not okay. It's not. We're not going to stand by it no more. So I don't care what you're seeing on TV. I don't care what BET got. I don't care what's in the music. No. Do you understand that? We have to work harder. All right? All right? And we're going to sit there with that. It is unnecessary. It is unnecessary. Okay? And again, we wish the universal strength and healing for that family as they grieve, as they go through this. And as a community, we should definitely envelope them with as much love as we can. All right? We have to do that. Now, yesterday rather, there was an event being held in Russia at a concert hall. And let me put it to you this way. I'm not big on conspiracies. I'm just not. Things are factual and things happen. You know, I was, peeking in on another YouTube space as I usually do. I tell you, I try to watch everything and everybody. And one of these brothers, the unks and all that, and had a sister on there who was talking about the numbers and again, how we should move through the retrogrades and all this other stuff from April 8th and all, and I'm like, again, I look at that stuff and I always wonder, like, y'all sure can predict and talk about and conspire and all this about a lot of things. You got all that lined out, but can't none of y'all predict the damn mega numbers or the damn Powerball. None of that shit come into play when it come to that. We can do all this alignment and all that, but when them goddamn shells is whizzing over your head like hornets and bees, none of that come into play. You understand? And that's what burns me about that, because again, us as melanated people have to deal with practical movement, practical beliefs, because we're doing things in the street that are counterproductive. We got beliefs that are counterproductive to what we are doing right now, how we're moving, and what's being done against us. So in Russia, which as long as I've been alive, as long as I've been in school, as long as I've been a student, we've always known and always had news that, Russia, whether it was the Iron Curtain or in the Soviet Union, USSR, has always been a place where you didn't play around. We know that. So when I'm seeing this on the news last night and I'm looking and they was catching me from early in the evening, I was like, yo, hold up. What's going on? The thing that struck me is that I just watched not too long ago Denzel Washington's son. What is dude's name? John David Washington. I watched a movie that he was in called Tenet. And in Tenet, from the opening, there was a scene where these armed gunmen come in and they're supposed to wet up the whole thing. It was an opera, a concert or whatever, wet up everybody. And they had planted these explosive devices like it was. And I'm looking at this last night. I'm like, yo, this is a scene from Tenet. I've seen this. But who would ever believe with KGB and Russian intelligence that anybody would try to pop that off? You understand? In Moscow, of all places? Like, while they are right now engaged in a war with the Ukraine, you would think Moscow would be solid. Long story short, gunmen come in there and gunmen wet down everybody that was in their seats and at this concert rehearsal. But let me read this. Now, last night, it was 40 people unalive. Then a little later was 60 people. So here goes my latest information that I researched. Let's go. Moscow from the AP, the Associated Press, right? Russian authorities arrested the only four, suspected of carrying out an attack on the suburban Moscow concert hall that unalived at least 133 people. Big Swerm, salute for the super chat. Okay? Do you understand what that is? 133. President Vladimir Putin said yesterday during an address to the nation, he claimed they were captured while fleeing to Ukraine. Kyiv strongly denied any involvement in Friday's attack on the Croesus City Hall music venue in Krasnoyarsk, whatever it is, and the Islamic State's ISIS, right, Afghanistan affiliate claimed responsibility. As this is what they saying, that this was ISIS, an affiliate of them. Putin didn't mention the Islamic State in his speech, and Kyiv accused him and other Russian politicians of falsely linking Ukraine to the assault in order to stoke fervor in Russia's war in Ukraine, which recently entered its third year. I'm like, yo, hold up. Now I knew that time flew, but I didn't think this is the third year. I gotta research that. I'm trying to figure that out. 3 years they've been in Ukraine? I don't know. Anyway, a U.S. intelligence official told the Associated Press that the U.S. agencies had confirmed that ISIS, the Islamic State, was responsible for the assault and that they had previously warned Moscow an attack could be imminent. Now, again, people talk a lot. People speak a lot about what is going on here globally and how things move. If you are under the belief that things are remaining the same and are consistent and constant, and we don't need to make specific moves as a nation, whoa, whoa, then I don't know what to tell you. Because trust and believe, you could research all you want. Any type of action like that in Moscow is unheard of. I mean, this is unprecedented for somebody to say, yo, you know what? We're going to take it to y'all now. Now. It might be ironic to some. To me, no. Because just the day before, all of a sudden, in all of our feeds, we're getting resent these videos of Vladimir Putin showing and proving and saying that Jesus was actually black, that he was a melanated man. Now, I don't know if this is edited, if this is AI, if this was his actual statement, if this is some, again, we have to be mindful of what comes back and forth, right? Because we can risk sounding real ignorant if that's not actually what was said when he was doing that little demonstration. But that was just the day before. That was just running. Everybody sending it to me. And I'm like, listen, I don't know what the hell he's saying. Okay? I have no idea what he's saying. But if that is the case, if that's the case, he ain't saying nothing that none of us haven't been saying for the longest. He saying that Jesus was black is nothing that Noble Drew Ali didn't tell you, nothing that Master Farad Muhammad, nothing that Elijah Muhammad, nothing that Minister Farrakhan, none of them, Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Clark, Professor Smalls, Kaba Kameni, and the list goes on and on and on. It is nothing that none of us have said. Okay? We've all said that. God damn it, Michael Evans said this shit on Good Times in the 70s. We've been saying it. So for people to keep pushing it and making it go viral, oh, this is what he said, this is Putin. That to me is like, yo, hold on. What are we doing? Why can we say something and people challenge it and ignore it? But because he's saying that shit, that got y'all up in the uproar? That has you viral and feeling vindicated? We've been showing and proving that. But if that is the case, say for instance that this information is brand new, what are we to do with that information? What are the pastors and these mega churches going to do with that information? Are they going to take their money away from these Euro banks, these OFE establishments, and give it back to the people? What are we doing with this information? Are the ministers going to stop kicking out elders, right? Because I peeped that. Don't know if that was Louisiana, but I seen that pastor evicting an elder because she made a complaint because her living conditions was poor. This man is a pastor and trying to say, well, the church is in need and the homes across the street are in need as well. I can't lose my church. She has to leave. I peeped that. Okay? So I'm trying to see where we going at with this. This information of you now all of a sudden because a Russian said that now you're believing, oh yeah, Jesus was black. As if that's going to make any difference. I really struggle with that because that information is so old and dated. What are you going to do with that? Because it's not new. It really isn't. If it's new for some of y'all, the ones who are the fans of Booty Hole Brown and Sister Suki, right? And Playboy Cardi and all these old weirdos, if that information is new for you guys, salute. Keep getting your educating up. But every woke, every conscious, every higher intellectual elder that we've had that fought against the oppression of us here on this part of the planet has been saying that forever. It's been proven. Shit. Man. Ray Hagan been saying it. I mean, come on. So why do y'all push that and make that shit go viral? I don't get it. And then I have to question, are people really pushing that? I got it a couple of times, but I'm saying, y'all, hold on. So we don't own TikTok or IG or Facebook. Is this the information they want us to run to? Because soon as we started running with it, oh, Putin said this, oh, Putin said that, oh, Putin said this, we get a mass shooting, get a terrorist act in Moscow. So is that supposed to make us fall in an alignment with what's going on over there? Is that the distraction? What are we doing with this information when we get it? You understand? Shit ain't new. But like I always been telling you, when you believe in you as much as I do, you start believing, right? That we don't have to deal with none of that. That we can actually pull out and pull away from these institutions. Damn, this time is running. Ooh, I gotta hurry up. Because I really got things to do. But that popped off. Now, what I want to get into, El Paso. And I got to get into this quick because that was my basic training unit, right? I was in El Paso at Fort Bliz, Texas, as I told y'all many times before. While I was in El Paso, we were always told not to leave the base because the border was very open in certain spaces and the Mexicans would come across. Now, this is 1988. So for us to see that they were rushing military personnel in El Paso, I'm wondering, is Fort Bliz still an open base? Because the armory is right there, right? For us to go and learn how to break down the ARs and to go to the ranges and to get our desert training. I mean, I'm going to give an extensive class on the demographics, the geographics, and all that of that particular base and how close it is. But we're watching them rush the border. And that was disturbing to me because I know for absolute fact the armory is right there. And because they're coming in and rushing the border and stuff like that, people are starting to believe certain other things, right? About these entities and what they're coming to do or have the possibility of doing. Now, we get to the vids that y'all keep sending me to of this little TikTok dude that's telling migrants to be squatters. Why? I don't know. All he's going to do is get his people parked. But it sounds cute. But people don't know that he has a large base. He got a lot. So check this out. Currently, this migrant who goes by the name, and I'm not bigging his name up, online has over 500,000 TikTok followers, with his likes and reposts garnering millions more interactions. In his most recent controversial video, which has garnered nearly 4 million views, this dude advised followers to avoid being homeless in the U.S. by invading empty homes and live there. He claims that under U.S. law, an uninhabited home can be seized, referring to squatters' rights. And he's calling them, yo, come on, man. Y'all need to come through. As we have more migrants moving into cities, more homelessness, we are going to see more squatting, right? This is a property rights attorney saying they're talking about all the advantages you could get from squatting. It's inevitable that it's going to increase. Now, this dude is wilding out. I'm going to tell you this. For all of our melanated people that keep sharing that, first of all, we don't own multiple properties. So ain't nobody squatting in our spaces. Okay? We ain't worrying about that. That's not our concern. But for him and his people, and this is the message to the migrants, don't play with them OFAs. Don't play with them OFAs in them open carry states. Don't play with them OFAs in them stand your ground states. And since we all know about organ harvesting and all them other weird crimes that Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, and all them, play with them OFAs if y'all want, migrants. Y'all man is getting ready to get y'all parked. Plain and simple. You need not to be squatting. That's not a good idea. Okay? So y'all can run around and you could keep believing in this dude and y'all could keep making these claims and allowing these imbeciles to go viral with this dumb shit. But squat if you want. And I'm telling you, them old fays are going to literally eat y'all asses up. Just a word of advice from people who've been dealing with the old phase for a couple of centuries now. Y'all don't want to be sleeping and laying up in their house and they come in there. Okay? Won't be a good look for you. I'm just telling you, stop with this stupid. Matter of fact, the shit look doctored. Again, I don't know what moves people, because I ain't viral at all. Not one viral vid, nothing. Not a viral class, nothing. But again, this isn't cute. It ain't cute. And our people shouldn't be alarmed by it. Stop being entertained with they balls. This ain't got nothing. Who got an extra crib here? Please let me know. Who got an extra empty house? Okay? So he got to be. He ain't talking about squatting nowhere in East New York or Brownsville. He ain't talking about squatting nowhere in the BA. He ain't talking. He talking to them elsewhere. And that's where they're going to get parked. So we don't need to pay this no mind. I hate to be rushing through this because I really, really want to get into their asses. But it seems Candace Owens got bumped. Now, again, don't particularly care for her based on statements, but I don't know the lady. I see what they allow us to see. Here we go. It seems that Candace Owens' increasingly bizarre conspiracy theories, look at how they writing about her now. First, she was their darling, but listen to the language. Increasingly bizarre conspiracy theories are too much for even the Daily Wire. The right-wing media outlet and Owens said Friday that they've parted ways. Owens confirmed the development on social media and pointed followers to her presence on YouTube, where she has millions of followers. The rumors are true. I am finally free, she wrote on Twitter. X, formerly Twitter. There will be many announcements in the weeks to come. The tweet was punctuated with an emoji of the U.S. flag and a cross. Now, this is the type of things that happen with these individuals. I'm not surprised, right? In the past few months, Owens and Daily Wire co-founder Ben Shapiro had clashed multiple times over Israel's response to the October 7th attack on the country. Shapiro, who is a banker, urged her to quit after she started promoting anti-Israel views, laden with, they calling it anti-language, anti-essence and all that. Anti-banker statements. Now, my thing is, as always, when that happens and you running, and I don't put it past her, she ran and they trying to clown her for saying that she's asking for donations, she's asking for super chats, she's asking for a whole bunch of stuff. And that's what it is, okay? She getting it. She should get it. That's her work. She doing her thing. Not from us, though. My thing is that as a black woman, who's going to stand up and support her? Regardless of how she moves and how she operates, she's a black woman, right? Now, I just watched Tamika Mallory and Amanda Seals, who are black women. We can't doubt that. But there was a support, right? She's saying we need to support each other. This is Tamika Mallory. I support you, Amanda. It's funny how we get uninvited to specific spaces where black women are supposed to be, right? And Amanda was specifically speaking on Essence and NAACP and all these other to-duty stuff. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, Shabazz, much appreciated. Okay? I'm talking that talk about supporting each other. Many people didn't know they rock with each other. But you should have known that because Tamika's always rocking with Charlemagne and that corporation, right? So has Amanda been on that space. But ironically, Candace was on that space too. See how they in the corporations and the platforms, and see once they get kicked out of those whips, what happens? What happens? See, the thing is, I wonder if Tamika and Amanda is going to support Candace. Maybe all three of them should do an IG live together. Maybe all three of them should do a podcast together. Black women who supported corporate America kicked out of the whip. Yeah. Let's watch and see. Because she had it unyielding. Salute, Sierra. Much appreciated for funding the war effort. She had a lot to say. We gotta hold each other down because people don't really know us. And they don't know. They listen to what somebody else says, and then all of a sudden we get kicked off. Speaking engagements are taken away, and this and that, and all this other weirdness. So now it happened to Candace. Let's see these same women. Let's see the black girl magic. Okay? Let's see them support Candace in that. Since y'all so black, since y'all women, since y'all gonna hold it down against the establishment, but in your rise and in them corporate dollars, the black community saw nothing, minimal. So y'all all birds of a feather who flock together. Whether y'all chicken hawks or pigeons or chicken heads or whatever they have you. Y'all rocked with corporate America tight. And when they finish with you, don't come over here. But again, I'm waiting to see a statement on that. I want to see how many black women rally around this black woman. I want to see how many of y'all who have all been kicked out of the corporate whip, who all didn't understand how them bankers move, because I told y'all they control all the media. So in their lack of speak up for us, in their lack of walk the street consistently for us, I thought it was funny to remain in the space of consistent false or half narratives and not really get down with the get down in the work. You see? See how it go? So let's see the black girl magic. I would love to see Tamika Mallory make a statement or sit in that space with Candace Owens. Won't happen because maybe Candace could call us and tell us exactly how that Cadillac deal was structured. Yeah. See, because Candace get different information. Different information. That's all it is. These people be on different teams and different spaces getting different select information based on how they deal with them bankers And that real specific information they shield from us, wanting us to believe that skin folk is kinfolk. Now, I just want to see if black girl magic is really real or it's just a plaything. So again, I got to roll. Yeah, I got to go out in this weather without a dollar umbrella. You know how this shit go. I got things to do. But as always, guard your mind. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Okay? And come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Ready. And since I got to come back later, I'm telling y'all now, we got 200 and something in class. At least 50 of y'all sent me that Big Daddy Kane shit, and I'm gonna rip it apart. It's corny. That freestyle is whack. Don't send it to me no more. I don't like it. And we'll break it down later. But right now, hands off black women. Protect each other. Serious wars going on outside. Peace. And 55 gang, get your grades up.